it's a little bit kind, but this one's about to get underway.
So let's kick things off. Here's Val Febo.
So here we go. Majak Dor against Nick Bryan in the ruck. Alec Waterman in there as well for Essendon. Jake Melksham as well against his former club. Hit out comes down from Dor.
Great bounce.
And they get the ball. Jeez, look at Majak Dor sprint through there. He thuds the ball forward inside the forward 50 as they go at it. Mitch Brown's in there.
Round one action.
Ben Hobbs overruns the ball, and as they keep going out, Tom Hurd in there. He's tackled.
It'll be Majak Dor
By Toby Bedford. An aggressive start of the footy. How good was Majak Dor out of the ruck then?
That tap,
was
that
so
roving tap to himself was absolutely
impressive.
fantastic.
Bryan and Brown go in there. And Nick Bryan, so the handball comes out and kicked forward by Mitch White inside or towards the goal square. And that's a good mark taken by Cooper Anderson down there. Oh, sorry, no, that was Brendan Thatcher. Mind me.
It looked like 9 as well. As
Yep.
You're going to come around here, Essendon, and has kicked down the line looking for a way out. Down the line they go. Solid mark taken there by Patrick Voss. Assesses his options. Takes his time. Play on's the call. Going on the 45. Back forms. Dor almost takes the mark. Ball goes to ground. Waterman circling as bit of a scrum falls, but it's Bedford trying to bring it out. Here's Woden kicking it inside for the Demons, but it's going to be cut off by the Bombers. Short kicks there, good at half back. Zerk Thatcher. And they mark it's at half forward again as play continues.
So kick forward now by Kean McBride, the Irishman. Anthony McDonald tipping Woody. Here he goes. He makes a little run and kicks it short as they get another second kick, and that's a mark there to Patrick Voss in the forward pocket on the outer side for the Bombers. So this would be the ultimate start for Essendon. It's a tough kick. He's right on the boundary line, but hopefully he can get rid of some of the demons from early in the game last night. I'm not sure if you saw that, but the wind was playing havoc at the MCG, so...
How would you describe it at the moment?
It's not too bad. It's a tepid wind.
It's a swirler.
It's not too bad, but Patrick Voss, he'll come in, and the crowd will tell you the story, but this kick, it's just to the near side. So one behind, the Bombers are on the board. They take the lead, 0-1-1. Casey yet to score so far. We're 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes into the opening term here at Casey Fields.
Baker to bring it in for the D's. Dor gets the deft touch, but the D's are on here on the outer side. Moniz Wakefield, inside 50, open goal square. It's bouncing, and 3 taps to the chest means 1 behind.
That was so quick, wasn't it, Jono? Just that they just managed to cut Essendon open, and that's something that they're going to have to really be on top of because we know Casey can move the ball quickly.
So here they are. And it's McBride. Taking his time, will get told to move on. Goes down the line, lowers the eyes. Hobbs. Displaying tempo footy at the moment, the Bombers, as they look to consolidate on the scoreboard. Down the line. Mark was almost taken there by Voss, but he couldn't quite as ball hits the deck. Coming out with it was Luke Dunstan, but immediately wrapped up. Rosman tried to clear, but it's Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody in the centre of the ground. And he's happy just to assess his options and immediately finds Conforti, who then kicks to Hurd.
Tom Hurd here, son of James. Kicks inside the 50 with a nice left foot kick. Majak Dor's in there. Patrick Voss asserting his dominance early. And McDonald tipping Woody's there trying to lay the tackle, but it's in some scrimmage at the moment. And that ball is wrapped up in there. And it'll be a ball up around 15 out, 20 out from the Bombers' goal on the near side. So this one is key stoppage. Essendon have done okay in getting the ball inside 50. They just need to try and make forward. But McDonald tipping Woody gets it, and he kicks the goal. Anthony McDonald tipping Woody, a typical running, crumbing goal. And the club gets around him. Look at all the players. They are streaming into the Essendon forward pocket. And Anthony McDonald tipping Woody, playing footy. It's what we love to see.
Absolutely well called. Well called, Val. Well done. And well done to Anthony McDonald tipping footy. Woody, who's playing footy, as I get a little tongue-tied. What a fantastic crowd out here at Casey. Obviously, the conditions not really barring anyone from coming down. What a fantastic atmosphere as well for that goal. And, that
was exciting.
Here we go. Hey, I tell you what, the Dons are well and truly on here.
Jeez, that was a good start, and they just needed the first goal, and I think that little cut open through the midfield, I think might have just woken them up when that behind went through to the Demons. It was so quick for them to get up the ground, and yeah, Essendon just locked the ball inside 50, and they got the reward.
Bombers by 6 and we're ready to go. Dorr, great with the tap down, and a definite little kick to send it in the D's direction, but it's the Bombers. We're trying to come out with it. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's holding the ball. One of those things to do with perhaps no prior opportunity and immediately trying to get rid of it. So it's Monroe inside 50 for the Demons, who can get a mark. Oh, strong fly there. But that player's immediately wrapped up. The ball's going to come out the back. Trying to get it was Jack Bell, who's filling in for Sam Wiedemann today, who played last night. At true half forward now, the Bombers, true half back, I should say, the Bombers are going to bring it out.
McBride's presented well early.
He has. So, a one-on-one contest. Mark almost taken by Patrick Voss, and it's going to go out of bounds directly in front of us at true centre wing. And Majak, he's run back, but he still wants to take the ruck contest, and the ball's going to come back spinning into play.
Majak Dorr and Nick Bryan in the ruck. It's a very short or shallow throw in. Ben Hobbs gets it out, and now the Bombers can move it through Joel Fitzgerald. He kicks it inside 50, and flying in were the Demons, but they just couldn't get it. McDonald tipping Woody's there again. He surely wouldn't get a second, would he? And no, that ball's coming straight out. But running onto it now is Luca Goonan. Tries to get it out, but Alec Waterman, big body, gets it out of the pack, and coming inside 50 again is Fitzgerald. As McDonald tipping Woody's there again. He gets the ball. Is he going to run on again?
Oh,
no.
The wind was a factor there.
And he went on the left that time, and he hit the belly of the ball and missed to the outer side. So
could have been a reverse of the showdown kick that Dawson did last night. As they're going to be very quick to move it back into play, the Demons.
It's a good mark.
A mark indeed. It's taken. It's Mitch Brown. Kicked a lot of goals last week, as we said earlier. Mark is taken again. Can't really see a number there, but the umpire tells him to move on. Inside 50. Dorr juggles and takes the mark, and he's going to have a shot on goal. Probably about a 45-degree angle. Wind's probably not too much of a factor here. So the umpire just tells him to get back in on his line, as set kick control is a very important aspect of this game of Australian rules footy and AFL and VFL alike. So here he is, Majak Dorr.
Be a big confidence booster for him.
Taking his full 30. Told to move on, and there you go. So Dorr approaches. Tight angle, kicks on its way. It looks good, but goes to the left-hand side, and it'll be a behind. So D's 2 behinds to Essendon 1-8.
Been an interesting start to this one as the Bombers get the kick in, and just tempo at the moment. And that's almost spilled out there. Interesting start to this game as Nick Bryan takes the mark and kicks forward to a contest. And down there is, who's that? Josh Eyre for the Bombers as they try and get it out, but the Demons do the work and they get it towards half forward, and that's a good mark there by Patrick Voss, who's...
Cody Brand,
Cody Brand, sorry.
So
that's a kick across the face there.
So they switch the play. The Bombers, the one-on-one contest fails in their favour, and the D's are going to come out there through McVie. Hands off to Smith, who assesses his options. Almost too late there, wrapped up. Hobbs was dispossessed, lucky to get away with that one. As Feiho Jr. will play a part in bringing it in. It's going to go inside 50. The mark is then taken. The Bombers' teammates happy with that, as it's Alec Waterman who's going to have a shot on goal and further advance the lead for the men in red and black.
McDonald tipping Woody has had 5 disposals, equal leader on the ground at the moment, and Brandon Zerk-Thatcher also 5.
Val Ferbo, random stats guy. I nearly said random Souths guy again. And there you go, another goal to the Bombers. It's Bombers 2-2-14, leading the D's 2 behinds.
Good start there for Essendon.
And, I didn't expect with the Bombers to be in front. I guess there was probably a lot of talking during the week. You know, how do we rebound from a loss like that against the Cats? They had their moments last week, the Bombers, and, well, who knows? I mean, this is relatively unexpected, given the day out that the D's had last week here at Casey Fields. Let's get the play restarted.
Jack Bell in the ruck against Nick Bryant. Jack Bell coming in for Sam Wiedemann, who was an omission playing and kicking 4 goals, 3 last night. And we're going to get another restart here. Joe Atley laying the tackle, the Bombers captain. Helped up by Nick Bryan. So umpire just keeps everyone away as the rucks go at it again. And Bryan got the tap down. And there's a free kick being paid, and it's going to Joe Atley, the Bombers captain, and he kicks it to the outer side, and he goes towards Cody Brand, who kicks it across the wing, and as his teammate Tom Hurd falls over, that wasn't Tom Hurd, that was Jake Sutton, who's fallen, and the ball's now back into scrimmage as the Bombers try and surge forward again, but the D's do well, and they get it out. The kick is long, and now they're going to run.
Into open space here at Casey Fields on broadcast side. It's going to be the Bombers. Oh, gee. Stiff, I reckon.
Holding the ball.
They're holding the ball against Tom Hurd. And the D's are just going to run on here. 1 bounce. 2 bounces there from the number 33 and Oscar Baker. He goes inside 50 with a long kick. Who can get a mark? Great mark taken there by Mitch Brown, who had plenty of goals last week. And he's about to add his immediate impact here in the first quarter with a goal. He's going to come around in the old Gaelic-style snap. And it's on its way. It's perfect. That is absolute picture-perfect stuff from Mitch Brown there. His first goal of the day, and indeed Casey's 1-2-8, 2-2-14, respective sides. Casey and Essendon, and I tell you what, we definitely have a game on our hands. This is going to be a great afternoon, Val.
Yeah, it is. It's been a good start already, and Mitch Brown, I think after last week, just get himself into the game early, and that's exactly what he's done. So this has been a really, really quality start. I think the ball use has been all right, and that fall at half forward for Jake Sutton before, that was what got them in the end, because the ball came out and Melbourne were able to switch the play. Oscar Baker's run along the wing was brilliant, and that tackle on Tom Hurd was phenomenal. And then Mitch Brown kicking the goal from the pocket, finishing it off well.
666, a very important part in VFL, just as much as AFL, and indeed 565 when you look at VFLW. Umpire hurls it into the turf, and we're back in the middle. No one could quite rove that, but that still continues as Jake Sutton is going to drive the ball forward for the Bombers, but immediately wrapped up was his teammate, and we'll have another ball up at half forward opposite broadcast side. So both teams just upping the pressure here. So no one can particularly get clean hands on it except for the man there from Essendon, Feiho Jr., immediately dispossessed, and Casey are on their way. Here's White kicking it inside 50, and the foot race is on here. It's the one-on-one contest between Bailey Laurie and his teammate, but a great hashtag save the dribble from Cade Chandler gives the D's an equalising goal here, 2-2-14 apiece. Absolutely fantastic work rebounding there from the Casey Demons. And, well, if this is goal for goal, I like what I see. I like it a lot.
Amazing start. It's been really good, and that was such, and as I said before, the crisp ball movement from the Demons and that little handball over the top, that was brilliant. Majak Daw coming back on, as is Joel Fitzgerald for the Bombers. So Daw will take the ruck contest again, and it's funny, they've kicked their 2 goals when Daw hasn't been rucking.
Interesting.
So now we'll see what happens when he comes back on, and this has been a really hot start. 15 and a half minutes gone in this opening term, 2-2-14 apiece. As the ball goes up, Majak Daw can't get the hit out, but comes down to Mitch White. Kicks it sideways along the wing and just trapped in there as the Bombers try and get the ball out, and they will do so. As Garrett McDonough kicks it long, former Tiger VFL player. They're very hard at it, the Bombers, and they get the kick away, and that's going to go towards Joel Fitzgerald, who gets it, and he kicks it forward. A nice little... waited up too long, I think, there for Keon McBride, but the Bombers will go inside the 50, and they'll look for a target, and they'll find one. Great little diving mark there.
Josh Eyre.
From Josh Eyre.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
No, from Kyle Waitman.
Oh, 52. I thought I saw a 3 there. My bad.
I know. We tried to do the poetry thing. I reckon we can leave that behind today.
Shelve that, I reckon. Absolutely.
As Kyle Waitman comes in, little stutter step, goes into a jog, and that kick is gun barrel straight. The Bombers retake the lead, 3-2-20, and Waitman has his first, and 2-2-14 for the Casey Demons. Nice instant reply there.
Absolutely. So it's goal for goal, as I said, 17 minutes gone first term here at Casey Fields on the afl.com.au website and also the AFL Live official app. It is goal for goal, and I'll tell you what, it could be... Oh, that's it. I'll tell you what an action-packed first quarter.
It's been great.
It's like you sort of lost for words in a way or two.
It's been good so far. What have you made, and who have been the players that have impressed you the most, Jono?
I mean, really, it's the important parts throughout the contest have been through the midfield. So you got efforts from Bailey Laurie earlier. Cole Chandler impressed as well as play restarts here, and the D's are red hot to clear at half forward now. Melksham couldn't quite mark it, playing against his former side, of course, the Bombers. And the Bombers are going to rebound here through Anderson. Finds a teammate in the centre of the ground with the lovely mullet there.
Nick Bryan.
There you go. That's a good way to identify him. He kicks across to Will Golds.
Luscious locks.
Who then finds Cooper Anderson again, who's made the effort to get very close to half forward. Assessing his options there. Inside 50 now. Dawes lurking behind the play, but doesn't want to go to the contest this time as the D's are trying to clear it out. Goes to open space, though. Who's going to get it first? Hobbs is... Oh, it's not Hobbs. I can't really see who the player is, but he's... Brand, there you go. He's going to come directly in front of us with the run. Almost out of bounds there was Hobbs as he gets involved too. Patrick Voss getting the hands off there as they're going to come inside again. The Dons. Fitzgerald was kicked off his was picked off his line there. As can the Bombers just find a way to just settle things and get a mark? They can indeed, but it was touch. The umpire calls play on. Supporters here can't believe it, but here they are. The Bombers, a shot on goal's good. Who was that man there?
I think it was Kyle Waitman again.
Waitman. Fantastic effort.
It was, and they get around him, and he's kicked 2 in a minute, and given the Bombers the ascendancy straight back.
Well, there you go. So, anything can probably happen in this game as we also identify the decent moustache that he has on his face is looking good. So, Well, the Dons have kicked away. It's 4-2-26 to 2-2-14. Almost 20 minutes gone in the first term here. And, well, what a very high-scoring affair so far, it has to be said.
Has been. So, umpires will get us underway again, and Majak Daw back in the ruck, and Nick Bryan was good in that last play. Patrick Voss really presenting well, and a couple of Bombers, and Ben Hobbs, I think, has been really impressive this opening term. Pick number 13 in last year's draft. Could have gone higher as Nick Bryan gets the tap down. Ben Hobbs, was he held? No. Luke Dunstan gets it, but that is a wonderful tackle there by the Bombers. No holding the ball paid as the Demons try and recoup, and they get the ball forward. Majak Daw now running through the middle. Look how athletic he is. He kicks the ball long inside the 50, looking for Mitch Brown. Can't find him. As in they go, and they try and get the ball forward, and it's going to be trapped outside near the boundary line as the handball comes from the Bombers player. But now Jake Melksham, who tries to snap it inside the 50. It bounces before White, and now the Bombers, can they get it out? No, it's been lost in the pack, and a little scrubby kick forward. As now Blake Howes kicks towards goal, and I tell you what, I think he's kicked it. That is a beautiful right foot snap from Blake Howes. And the Demons again, after the Bombers get the ascendancy, the Demons get one right back. That was a fast, action-packed play there, and the Demons get the job done. That's a beautiful finish from Blake Howes.
Just a few seconds earlier, the captain, Mitch White, was very unlucky to have the ball sail over his head, and they could have got a goal sooner, but that is the nature of overcast conditions here.
And the oval ball.
Indeed. Well, both teams, you can't really fault the efforts of both sides. They've played to conditions really well.
The corridor football,
I
think was good there from Majak Daw. I thought he was brilliant. The athletic run, he was just so explosive. Got the ball inside the 50 to a couple of one-on-ones, and the Demons were very good.
Umpire throws it into the turf. A decent bounce. It was probably Bryan there who was going to get the tap, but it's all too bad as the D's are going to collect here. A high free kick, yes indeed, was paid to Chandler, and he's going to have a kick at half forward. A load up with a relatively long run up on the outside broadcast wing.
So the players so far, Ben Hobbs, 6 disposals, with Patrick Voss leading on the ground so far for the Bombers.
So Chandler, from about 55, it's a mammoth kick. It's a behind to the right-hand side.
Shave the post, that one.
The right-hand goal post.
Yep. Umpire just indicating there.
Was a massive kick, though.
It was huge. As the Bombers restart play, that's a dinky little kick, but it works out. Jake Sutton now has it about 45 away from the Demons' goal as he kicks it short and finds Zach Reed. Zach Reed goes another short little one to Sam Conforti. Conforti now. Will he go for the long kick? And it looks as though they're his options as he'll try and blast this one along the wing. Majak Daw's in the contest, and ball spills to ground. Alec Waterman is in there, and Tom Hurd kicks it forward. And will he find Anthony McDonald-Tipping-Woody? It'll go over his head, but he keeps running Anthony McDonald-Tipping-Woody. He'll hand it off, and Joel Fitzgerald, the flying shot at goal, I think has missed everything.
Out on the full. So D's to bring it in very quickly. They do just that. Here's Luke Dunstan. Probably going to go down the line here. He's probably thinking, and he's going to do just that. Into the pack of players. It missed everyone. And it lands in the hands of an Essendon player in the 70s range as he brings it back in. And a great mark there taken.
Kane Baldwin.
Kane Baldwin, thank you. He's probably going to have a shot a little bit closer than the previous shot at goal, we'll say. Really big big on taking the full 30, I do suppose. He's going to do just that. He approaches. For a 45-metre kick. It's on its way. And it's to the right.
So a couple of behinds. A couple of behinds now after a pretty accurate start.
So the D's are going to bring it in. And a mammoth kick to the true centre of the ground. Mark was almost taken. He couldn't quite. As the Bombers are going to reload. Do just that in the centre of the ground now. And straight inside 50. A very quick rebound. Is immediately cut off. And then that man there, Rosman, was immediately tripped up. Kicks across. Kicks good. Milford, that man is. Lowers the eyes. Almost missed the intended target. McVee. Outside broadcast. Player told to move on. He does just exactly that. Missed the head. Well, I suppose the hands of two players. But here they come, the Bombers. Or rather, the D's as the shot is on and it's behind. That was an absolute mare there. Apologies for that one. But, yeah, it is a very fast-paced contest out here at Casey Fields.
Behind there to Blake Howes, and he apologised to his teammates that were in board because he just took that flying shot at goal and didn't quite work out as the Bombers now rebound this one. Very purposeful play, Essendon. I feel as though Melbourne are the more free-flowing team as we speak. And that is a roost of a ball, but it'll spill towards the back of the pack here as Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti is down there. He does have the ball, and look at the explosive pace from Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti, but he is run down, and it's high. So Essendon escape with a sigh of relief there as that is kicked inside the 50 by the 153-game star for the Bombers. And he'll find Alec Waterman inside 50. And Waterman, he's got such a big body, doesn't he? And we saw last year that when he played AFL, he had this imposing figure, didn't he?
It's an equally bigger kick required here.
On the siren.
As the siren sounds, a chance to kick away once more.
This is a big kick.
Players already on the ground.
Buddy Franklin-esque.
Oh, well, then you'd have the supporters as well over the fence. The kick's on its way, and it's a behind. And there you have it, 27 minutes and 41 seconds in the first quarter. It's a goal apiece. It's 3-4-22 to 4-4-28 in favour of the Bombers. And how about that one? That was a great first quarter.
Yeah, it was. I thought Essendon, they tried.
3, 2, 1, and bounce. Up we go. Great bounce, though. And Dorr tried to get the tap down, couldn't quite, and it's Joe Atley getting involved quickly for the Bombers. McDonald-Tipungwuti juggles and tries to get the hand pass out, but it can't as the Demons are going to find a way through. They kick towards broadcast side. Chasing the footy there well was Bedford as he gathers, dodges 1-2, handballs off, does a good job. McVee kicks forward, but the ball hits the deck and the Dons are rebounding. They do just that at true half forward, but immediately cut off by Fraser Rosman, who elects to move on the ball quickly. Baker slows down play briefly, but then is going to kick on the 45. The mark's taken by Chandler.
Kyle Chandler now. It's the ball at half back for the Demons. So long kick of the wing on the outer side. Brian spills the mark as there's a free kick paid high, and it is going to Melbourne, or Casey, as they kick towards the 50. Majak Dora goes over his head, but at the crumb. And that's a goal. Or is it? Yes.
That's Toby
Toby
Bedford, I
Bedford.
think it is. So he
A little pole here. Got him.
Oh, a bit of a stoush here at centre half forward. Immediately, though, fizzled out. And
So Toby Bedford gets on the board for the Demons, and they get the opener of the second quarter.
immediately remonstrating, mind you.
Yeah.
I don't know what was there, the point of frustration, but it's 4 goals for a piece here. Almost 2 minutes gone. Second term. And conditions have sort of eased. There's not really any wind around. But if you're a footballer and indeed a spectator here, you'd be happy with the conditions despite its overcast nature. Things are being sorted out in the centre of the ground. Majak Dor talking tactics, and he's getting ready to take the ruck contest once again.
Dor can't get the hit out. That was Brian that time. Luke Dunstan stalks it and tries to nudge the ball forward as Melbourne now look to go inside 50. It's Melksham, and it's spoiled there, though. The Bombers can't take the mark. And coming up with it now, that was a brilliant little pick up there from Jack Bell.
Touched.
And it was touched off the boot, though. I saw it dribble through, but goal umpire is a lot closer than what I am. So touched, and the Demons take the lead. 29-28. 3 minutes gone in this second term as the Bombers look to take the kick in.
Garrett McDonough bringing it in and electing to go opposite broadcast side on this occasion with a massive kick loading up in the centre square. McDonald, Tipham, Woody gives chase, but he elects to just leave the contest behind. He's going to get involved shortly. Hurd chases, tries to get involved, immediately wraps up Corey Ellison as the ball just trickles over as players can't really find a way out as the contest fizzles, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. But some great action from the son of James Hurd there as the ball goes spinning back into play. Dor, tap it. McVie has it. And he brings it, it was Melksham. Has it and immediately taking the mark there was the number 73 and Jack Bell, who I keep forgetting is filling in for
Sam Wiedemann.
And kicks to the captain, Mitch White, who's going to have a shot on goal. Players being told to clear the protected area. And, this is a kick that this man probably definitely has in his arsenal.
This would be a big start to the quarter.
Absolutely, it would. Chance to just kick away kicking away is very important in this game. And the conditions that we have. So White loads up on the left. It's a perfect kick. Centimetre perfect, in fact, and they do kick away briefly. It's a 7-point margin in favour of Casey, 35 to 28 points to the Bombers, and great start from the Casey Demons.
Yeah, 2 goals to start this second term, and I think that's exactly what they would have wanted. Could have been 3 if Jack Bell's goal wasn't touched. So they've started well, and this was the I think concern if you're a Bombers fan in the first term, that the ability of Mel or Casey to cut them open and use the corridor and use the space and get out the back, I think has been a real issue. So the Bombers will probably want to work on that. But as we get back to the centre, 6-6-6, all being adhered to. Ben Hobbs, I think he's really impressed me. And if he keeps going on like this, I reckon that AFL debut is going to be right around the corner as the umpire thuds the ball into the ground. And we go again as Nick Bryan gets the hit out. Alec Waterman in there. But the Demons again looking good as Majak Dor looks to get the clearance inside 50. And that is another mark to Mitch White, the captain.
A pinpoint kick, though, that's for sure.
It was a wonderful kick from Majak Dor. And Mitch White now will look to go for back-to-back goals. And this would be a wonderful start. We saw Kyle Waitman do it in the first quarter. Went back-to-back in pretty much a minute at this end to the right of your screen. And Mitch White looking to come in and extend this lead to 13 points. Comes in with the left. Umpire runs. And that's a point to the right.
Quick to move it out of defence, but just the short kick will do for the Bombers. Short kicks for now as they consider their options. Going down the line there to centre half forward. Hobbs couldn't quite take the mark, but the D's probably going to enter inside 50. They do, well, almost just on the
free kick.
Very edge of the paint. It's going to be a free kick.
I think they will go inside 50.
They will go inside 50 now.
And this is the worry now. It seems as though they're really moving the ball better. Essendon just needs a man up.
Kick inside's really good to half forward. Misses both players as Essendon are going to be quick to just boot it back from whence it came, in the centre of the ground. Considering his options there was Deacon Smith getting it off to Rosman. On the edge of the paint now. D's doing well. Great kick inside there from Tajwa Woden. Couldn't find anyone in particular. But I'll tell you who's found. That man, Mdor, the number 28.
Garrett McDonough would want to have that moment again because he just, it was like he meant to pass it to Majak Dor, and this could be pretty much a certain goal. And he's missed.
Oh, no way. Hits the woodwork.
And if you are Garrett McDonough, you are breathing a sigh of relief. Majak Dor, 15 metres out, directly in front, has just cannoned into the post.
Sound could be heard reverberating around Casey.
I'm still hearing the vibrations. So Essendon now get the ball out, and Zach Reed takes the mark in the back pocket. And, that's gone out on the full, has it? No, they've paid the mark.
It looks on the full. It's the boundary umpire just runs off.
We had a perfect vantage of that, and that was very close to being on the full. But Cody Brand takes the mark and kicks it along the wing as Alec Waterman goes to chase. But first there is Oscar Baker. He gets the handball away, and the Demons will regroup. Fraser Rosman now takes the mark and will try and settle things down on the wing.
As BT would say before, that was out of bounds.
That was out of bounds.
At least there was no goal involved.
Nick Bryan and Jack Bell go up, but it spills to the bottom of the pack, and I don't think that one's coming out, or it is. They get it out again, and Nick Bryan gets the handball away, and coming out of it is Zerk Thatcher. Played a few games last year for the Bombers, and very scrappy as Feho Jr. tries to get it to Tom Hurd, but dragged over the line, and we'll get a throw in. It's the Casey Demons.
Oh, no, that's a punch. That's a punch to the neck, and it's on here. I reckon he's on report.
Yes, it is. No, it's a free kick. Ronald Feho Jr. having a go at Jack Bell.
Players remonstrate as Munro loads up inside 50 for the Demons. They find a way out the back door. Not quite as the Bombers player is there to collect. And they're going to... Oh! I was going to say, they're going to load up with a massive kick, and he copped one straight to the snoz, that man.
I think that's Luca Goonan.
Luca Goonan going off under the blood rule after that courageous effort. Gee, that was well done.
I think he's the one who was punched as well. Wasn't Jack Bell, but yeah, that was unbelievable piece of play there. 2
knocks to the head as the ball comes spinning back into play, and the Bombers with a quick clearing kick. But the one man down there for the D's, Tom Freeman, is going to take the mark. True centre of the ground. He's very quick to, I was going to say ice the game, but how about this ball movement? Bedford, it wasn't Bedford, it was Rosman.
Curse of the commentator.
That's, sometimes you hope for things to happen and they don't, so yeah. That's all right.
But the ball movement has been exquisite in this second quarter from the Demons, and I think this is the worry. The Bombers are starting to get frustrated. We saw Ronald Feho Jr. throwing that little hook, and now bombing just to space, and Jack Bell gets the hit out, but Atley gets the kick away. Tom Hurd in there, but as are the Demons, as Bailey Laurie gets the handball out, and it's kicked inside the 50 by Blake Howes. Will they get a mark? Yes, they will. And the Casey Demons, that's a mark to Cade Chandler, who will look to go back and make it a 15-point ball game. They lead 5-7-37 to 4-4-28. The Bombers haven't been able to add to their score so far in this second term, and Cade Chandler really looking to do some damage here for the Demons.
He tumbled like an elite gymnast after taking that mark.
He did. It was very impressive.
Back into the AFL
very
side.
He comes in, and a great goal. The umpire doesn't have to move. The D's kicked away once again. 6-7, 43 to 4-4, 28. What's that now? Just almost 12 minutes gone in the second term.
It's a brilliant start for Casey.
This game could go anywhere, really. It's been a bit of seesawing footy, you have to say. And there's been a fair bit of remonstration, I would say. Not to the, I guess, pleasure of the umpires, who will have a bit of paperwork to do after this. The ball goes smack into the centre of the ground, but the tussle is very tight. Seesawing footy. It's the Bombers who look to get out. A kick at the last minute's pretty good, going at half forward now. But the D's are going to clear over the head of the intended target there. Outside broadcast wing. Taking the mark is Chandler on the outer side. Says this is option's going to go down the line. He does just that. Big pack forms. It was a 2-on-1 in favour of Essendon. It's going to go out of bounds, though. The ball ricochets off both players, and ball's going to come spinning back into play. 13 minutes gone, second term.
Essendon yet to score in this quarter. The Casey Demons started absolutely in electric fashion as the Bombers now look to try and get the ball forward. A rare venture forward. And that's a nice mark there. As Kyle Waitman kicks inside 50, looking, and that's hit the behind post. So it'll be a throw in inside Essendon's 50. It's probably the best scenario for them. So nice long kick, and they'll get a stoppage now, the Bombers. So this is something that they just, it simply must result in a goal for Essendon here.
Goal square was borderline open, so they'll be ruining their chances there. As the ball comes spinning back into play. Does, great throw in. Tap down's pretty good, but it's going to fall in the direction of Casey, but immediately cutting off the footy was Cooper Anderson, who loads up. It's a massive kick as the wind, unfortunately, going to take it to the left side, but he had the distance. How good would that have been?
It looked good off
What
the
a
boot,
kick.
too. From where we were, that looked on track, and the wind just made it come back a little bit as the Demons will regroup again, and that's a short little kick to the back pocket.
You can feel it now. You can feel the wind, yeah.
You can.
So it definitely has a say, especially down that end of the ground.
Kick forward by Oscar Baker, and that's a brilliant mark there from Brandon Zerk-Thatcher, who will look to try and re-enter the ball inside the Bombers forward 50. But the Demons setting up well. It spills around the back, and in amidst the congestion, the ball's somewhere in there, but I reckon we're going to get a throw up inside the Bombers forward 50, and that's exactly where we're going to stand. So the Bombers, again, a couple of entries in a row now. They haven't had too many ventures forward this quarter, and the ball is going to get thrown up. Majak Daw in there. The ball spills to ground. There's Waterman slung, and there's a free kick. No, it's umpire. I thought he blew the whistle there, but he says, no, it's mine.
Ball up here, just 25 metres out. Play restarts. Daw gets the tap down as ball hits the deck, and Daw is going to send a thumping kick high up and under, taking the mark almost. Oh, well, he got two hands on it. Did Nick Bryan, a strong mark. Be happy to result in a goal here, this play, as he sends players down in the general direction, but Majak Daw with the golden fist sends it out of bounds.
He's been good, Majak.
He's a good all-rounder,
He is, and we know what he can produce at AFL level, and I think, again, it just speaks to the testament or to the volume of depth that Melbourne have got in their stocks and in their arsenal as the ball is about to come back in here. Essendon, another repeat entry inside 50. They just have to make them count because this quarter has just gotten away from them, and Atley tried to get the ball, almost got it. Was he dragged down? No. Kicked outside the 50, Cooper Anderson can't take the mark, and falling over it there was Max Simpson as the Demons now look to try and get the ball out, and it's a little fumble there from Toby Bedford. As Zirk Thatcher tries to get the kick, he dropped it. Bedford in there again, great second effort. Had his legs taken, Luke Dunstan nudged underneath it. And now here they go, the Bombers, as Tom Hurd tries to get the handball away, and Blake Howes says, I'm having none of that. That's going straight out of bounds on the centre wing here. So it is 6-7-43 Casey. Essendon 4-5-29. Casey have dominated this quarter, kicking the only 3 goals of it. Bombers 1 point so far from this term. So it's been all the Demons.
Definitely calls to kill it there as play restarts. Getting it out there was Atley cleverly. Getting off to Brian, who loses his boot. Goes almost further than the ball. How about that? Fraser Rosman tried to gather, couldn't quite. Chandler getting involved there as well. Rosman looking for the ball once again, couldn't quite. Ball hits the deck, and so do a few players. Left, right, front, behind, ball up.
Go
almost
get your boot,
directly
Nick.
in front of us, and I tell you what, you better go get your boot indeed.
He's going to take the ruck contest with no boot.
That's extraordinary. So the one-footed Nick Bryan will get the tap down, but it's all the D's at the moment. Trying to get it out, or is it? Holding the ball is the call, and yes, it is going to go the way of the D's. At half-back. Lowering the eyes there, Chandler going straight to Baker, and wasn't 15 though. On broadcast side now, the D's. Hand passes off, good to McVee. Directly in front of us now. And Baker puts on the afterburners, hands it off to a teammate and gets it back. The odd 1-2. Centering ball is good. Ooh. What a mark. What a courageous effort there. And fantastic effort there from Rowan Steele, who's also playing today. Was on the emergencies list, and, well, he's made an immediate impact. What a fantastic grab there.
That was amazing as Steele.
He'd love to salute with a goal.
Comes in. This one has to go through if they're going to put their mark on this one, and it just skids to the near side. And after that exciting piece of play, it just didn't get rewarded, did it?
It's a bit anticlimactic, to be honest. But I'll tell you what, it sort of looked like he veered off his line and probably shouldn't have in that respect. So very long kick there. Majak Dor tried to mark, couldn't quite, as the Bombers, a series of handballs.
Fitzgerald
ends up in Fitzgerald, and can they get him up? No. Defensive grab was very good.
Tom Freeman.
By Freeman. So he goes to ground, and time goes off while we're at it as he sort of gathers.
So 6-8-44. Casey, Essendon 4-5-29. This one's Essendon just lingering here. They need a goal, and they need something to steady the flow. Big kick by Freeman as Nick Bryan and Majak Dor go at it. Dor muscled his way to the front, but it'll spill to the ground, and I reckon we might get a stoppage. Now it comes out as Melksham does well, and he gets it forward, and that's Luca Goonan now, who runs through the middle. He gets it towards Andy Moniz Wakefield, who tries to get the handball away, puts Melksham under pressure, but it'll go now towards... who's that? That's...
inside-out bender!
And it's a goal, and that was...
Rowan Steele. The inside-out bender. Wowee. I tell you what, they're absolutely on here, the D's. I tell you what, when the D's get their running play and their fast ball movement on, they cannot fail. They just don't. It's a perfect scenario for the home side this afternoon. Kate Chandler very happy with the efforts of Toby Bedford as he comes off on the interchange bench, and Bedford I'm hoping to come on. While we're at it, he appeals to his teammates. He says, bring me on. The runner says no.
Wonderfully called there by you, Jono. That was a very, very nice finish. And now, all of a sudden, the Bombers had a few repeat entries. And unfortunately, from 15 points, it goes to 21. 7-8-50 to 4-5-29. 21 minutes gone in this second term.
Don't write the Bombers off, though.
We're not,
at
but
any stage, and the umpire's going to have a change of angle from the scoreboard end. If this was a cricket match, thud goes the Sharon. Dor gets the tap down, but immediately in the hands of Ben Hobbs, who was lucky to get onto that one. Ball goes inside 50 now. Players go down to ground, and another ball up. Rucks coming in, and one of those rucks, of course, is Majak Dor, who's been great in the ruck today. D's probably going to find a way out, but immediately the whistle sounds, and that was out of bounds.
Throw in, Munro taken out of bounds. So we'll get another. Essendon have had a few stoppages inside 50 in the last 10 minutes, but they just can't capitalise on them. Be Majak Dor in the ruck again. He's battled hard today, Majak Dor. Ben Hobbs in there. Did he drag that in? The players are appealing for holding the ball, and the umpire obliges. So Melbourne will get the ball out again, and it's
Casey.
Casey. I've done that a few times today. So
just a wonder that I haven't. So
Luca Goonan.
Luca Goonan to the centre of the ground. Immediately cut off by the man who lost his boot earlier, Brian. Great kick to the captain in Atley, who loads up to the 45. Going to miss his intended target, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's good to see that he's got 2 feet, two shoes on.
Nick Bryan.
He's been great in the ruck today as well for the Bombers.
He has, and Josh Eyre was in there for him briefly, but I think he is in there again at the moment.
In it comes.
Jack Bell got it down, but that's going to stay there. 23 and a quarter minutes gone in this second term, and the ball's thrown up. Bell gets the hand down as McDonald tipping Woody's there again, and he went on the left, and that one's out on the full.
Great execution. It's just that the kick was just a bit off. He had the right idea, and that was fantastic play by him. But definitely deserved a goal here. I tell you what, he's in red hot form at the moment.
He is, and it's credit to the Demons' defence because they've set up twice for him to kick on the left rather than the right.
So the D's reload, probably looking for Bedford there, but couldn't quite get him. As Jack Bell probably wanted that as well, but ball is going to go down to ground. Another ball up just on the edge of the paint, 52 metres out from goal there, and play's going to restart. Immediately thrown up into the air. Great tap down from Brian, and the player there immediately wrapped up, looking for holding the ball. Probably won't get it as the ball clears out the back door.
How about the hunger there from Ben Hobbs to get that ball out?
He's very hungry today. As the handball and chain of handballs tries to come out, it's a great kick there as the man was thrown down. Brian gets the hand pass out, lands in the hands of the Casey opponent, and holding the ball is the call. Advantage paid. Waterman runs onto it. Can't quite collect, though, convincingly. As the contest seesaws, it lands to the tip of the goal square. And a courageous mark there taken. Looking to lower the eyes. Misses Dunstan completely. But the Bombers reload. And it's a great kick there.
That's the one they wanted.
A great goal. It is the one they wanted indeed. 5-5-35. The Bombers to 7-8-50. And Casey, 25 and a bit minutes gone second term.
That was Will Golds there for the Bombers, and did a wonderful job to crumb that one because, geez, they desperately needed it. And continuing his good form, he had 20 disposals last week and played a really solid game against the Cats in a game that I think they rather forget. But they had they led the clearances, Essendon, so they were up 6 in the clearances against the Cats, and they weren't much behind in the disposals. So they were in that game for the most of it, but Geelong just a bit too classy, and it just flexed their muscles late. So we go back up in the middle here. Brian and Dor again. Brian does have both of his shoes on at the moment. So Essendon get a badly needed goal, and we're going to get a restart here. 26 minutes gone, 50-35 in favour of Casey. as the Rucks go at it again. It's going to be thudded forward for the Demons, and it's going to be another foray inside 50, you'd assume, but the kick is a little bit wide and just misses Cade Chandler there, so it'll be it's gone on the full, actually. So it'll be a Bombers free kick as they'll look to launch along the wing, and that's a good mark there by Nick Bryant. Just trying to get himself into this game, and
he's well and truly involved, that's for sure. Bryant kicks just on the edge of the paint. Bombers still have the run and the numbers, though. As Casey immediately get the steal. But it's a bit of a seesawing contest. Inside 50, almost there was Will Golds, who kicked the goal earlier. And immediately smothered. It's going to go over the boundary line. So some great attacking play from both teams here. Will Golds especially, as ball's ready to come back into play. A great throw in. Brian was pushed out. Dorr grabs it with both hands. Ball hits the deck. The D's are going to come out here with a chain of handballs. Here's Bedford. Thought about dodging one, didn't have to. Handball to the right. His teammate goes into open space, and immediately collecting the footy was Max Simpson and wrapped up just as he grabs the footy. Almost directly in front of us, about 20 metres away.
So good chasing there from Anthony McDonald tipping Woody and showing the signs of speed and going up unopposed in the ruck there was Deacon Smith. No one went up with him, and that ball's going to stay in there. It's going to be holding the ball, and it's going to be an Essendon free kick. Tom Hurd.
Great effort by
son of James. Good tackle.
Great effort there.
It was.
Fantastic tackle.
So Hurd now just a small, almost made a meal of it. Cooper Anderson takes the mark and now just gets going and kicks it inside the 50. And running onto it now is Josh Eyre, who goes for the kick, and it's kind of a kick in hope. And it's the kids just run for it.
Sort of hoped it would reverse swing, and it didn't on this occasion.
Well, the Swans came for him last week, restricted him to just 9 disposals, the Norm Smith medalist. And the Bulldogs are going to counter. They're going straight to Tom Berg.
This is his options. Loads up. He's going to go long. It's a big contest, but out the back door is Majak Door, who kicks to open space. Brian leading the charge here. Sorry, it wasn't Brian. It was McDonough. Couldn't collect. Chandler inside 50 to an open space apart from an Essendon player who's going to collect. And that man, of course, is Will Golds. Reloading now. They've got plenty of space and time. Do the Bombers. Kick to almost half forwards. Good. Waterman half forward now to Hobbs, who kicks and misses to the left. Another behind here, but a handy point nonetheless. 5-6-36 to 7-8-50.
So now the D's on the rebound. Majak Door, he's got 2 to beat, and it's gone over everybody's head. I think they all stopped thinking there might have been a free kick. There's not. Cade Chandler.
Play to the whistle, boys.
Exactly right. Bailey Laurie tries to get the kick away, and it stayed in, but the bounce, and that's the fickle shape of the ball, and it's gone at right angles, and that'll go out of play on the half-forward line for the Casey Demons. 30 minutes gone in this second term. There can't be long to go. 14-point lead for the Demons. They've been absolutely wonderful this quarter. Really stamped their authority on this one.
So the ball gets hurled back into play. Dorr pushes out his opponent there well. Got it almost. Couldn't quite as the D's are going to reload. Here's Laurie. A clever kick to a one-on-one contest at half-forwards. Good. The captain very happy with that. He's about maybe 55-60 from goal. Player in the mark moves back to try and get outside 5, but the ball trickles along the ground. Oh, almost there.
And that's it.
And that is it indeed. So that is a behind to end proceedings for the first half here at Casey Fields. It's the D's 7-9-51 leading the Bombers 5-6-30.